Kevin, I've been really impressed by the standard of packaging here. I think it's been a renaissance. There's wonderful matte finishes. There's been some superb handwritten labels. I mean, what for you has been really strong in packaging arena?
I think with the trend at the moment for people to play safe, they're pushing printing and that aspect of packaging very hard. So that's why you're seeing some of these very nice things happening. My concern is, going the other way, is the fact that I don't see much structural innovation. I think we're finding that people are playing safe. And I wonder how long that's going to carry on.
Yes.
So, yes, we are seeing lots of lovely things, but it's actually reinventions the same thing over and over again.
Labels, they're actually more graphics than actual changing.
Yeah.
Sean was saying earlier how he liked the double packaging that you get on things like the provender soups. I mean, do you think that's clever, or do you think that's been done for years?
I think that just everything is trying to keep the consumer engaged. So each time they come up with a solution like that, it's about just telling the consumer we are still interested in what we're doing with you. It gets to a point where everybody else then leaps on that bandwagon, and Own Label in particular will then follow suit, and then the innovation disappears. So very short-lived things, and I think consumers do get to a point where they become a bit sanguine and go, okay, I'd like some entertainment now, please. Yeah.
And what about PET packaging? Do you think that's still a growing area?
I don't know what the latest statistics are. PET is a very useful polymer because it can be recycled, so it's always of interest, yeah.
But do you think there's been more sort of matte cardboard? Which area do you think there's been growth in?
The biggest growth is actually in lightweighting across the piece. The biggest growth, of course, in any type of packaging is pouches. Pouch. Everywhere's a pouch.
And if you were sort of looking geographically at the people who are coming along here, where do you think the main increase in numbers has been from? Which countries?
I don't know in terms of the food exhibition. Yes, on Sunday there were a large number of Asian community coming here, a lot of Chinese people. I've spoken to some Spanish people, and so there's quite a lot of Europeans coming here looking for business. I think that's partly because we are the only European country that still has some trade going on, and the others are looking for exports. I've had a lot of conversations about businesses coming to the UK. But I don't know whether that leads us to product development or new innovations. I don't know where those take us.
A lot of people seem to be working with universities, don't they, to doing research like the Sheffield Hallam, like actual major companies that are linking up. And also, what about sustainability? Are people as interested in that as they used to be?
In recession, sustainability always slips down the scale a bit. There is a misnomer about what sustainability really is. It's often used as a byword for cost reduction. Sustainability, nothing is sustainable. What we can be is a lot more rational and thoughtful about the resources we're using. And I think we've seen a lot of that, but we have seen a point where packaging has got to a point where it is now no longer performing.
It's got to protect, it's got to prevent waste.
So we're now wasting food because the packaging is not performing. So there has to be a rein back on that, and I think the next Courtauld agreement's all about incremental changes rather than big changes. So we are seeing a response to that in the packaging industry.
Can you just tell me a little bit about the Institute of Packaging Professionals?
Yes, it's a professional body for individual packaging professionals and businesses around the world. Started in 1924 in America, has the largest community of packaging professionals in the world. Last year it decided to spread out its wings a little. It's a supporter of the World Packaging Organization and felt it ought to be, as so many people were buying their education courses, it felt it ought to be represented in the countries where they were having their courses bought. So the first office to open outside the US has been the UK.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Kevin.
My pleasure.